Hey Indie Express, I'm Laura Berman coming to you from the world-famous Grauman Chinese Theater here in Hollywood, California for AFI Fest 2008. And as we stand on the handprints and the footprints of the stars of the past, we are about to meet some of the biggest stars of the present. Benicio Del Toro, Steven Soderbergh. It doesn't get much bigger than that. So let's go talk to him now. Mr. Soderbergh, lovely to speak with you. Now, it's left over from last night. Sometimes it doesn't come off.
Oh, I see. You've been up all night.
Not exactly. But back to your film. What was it about this storyline that encouraged you to nurture it for 10 years? What was it that spoke to you?
It was 8. It felt like 12, but it was actually 8. He's very active. He's action man. Like unlike most people, like me, for instance, who sit around saying, "Why aren't things this way?" and people really ought to do that. He was a guy who got up and said, "Yeah, well, the only way that's going to happen is if you take action." And in this case, you know, picking up a gun, which is a very significant, scary thing to do. So, you know, he's not MLK and he's not Gandhi and he's not Jesus. His idea of you don't turn the other cheek, you fight the way they fight. And that's good movie material, you know.
Why do it in 2 parts? Is there something you're hoping the audience will get by taking a break in between?
Well, the 2 campaigns are very similar in interesting ways, and then they're very different in what I think are interesting ways. And so it's kind of a rise and fall structure. And I think the best way to see that is to do it all in one afternoon, you know, with a little pause in the middle, so that you can really compare the 2 situations and imagine the difference for him in making decisions all the way through these campaigns, because they have very different results. And it's a test. The second film is really a test of his ideas. Will he bend or will he not?
And in casting, I know that you and Benicio worked on it together from the beginning. Were there other things that you were looking for during the casting process in particular?
Well, you know, we were so focused on trying to get the screenplays in shape that the casting really happened very quickly and very closely to the shooting. It was a really crazy couple of months because we had several hundred parts to cast, and we were looking at actors from all over the world, and it was a bit of a scramble. There was a lot of last minute, you know, Matt Damon came in to play a part at the very last minute because we were having trouble casting this German priest, and I knew Matt spoke Spanish, and I called him and said, "Are you going to be in Europe? Because I need a favor." And he said, "Yeah, I am actually," and he came by. It took 2 hours. So it was...
That's a good deal.
It was a good deal. $600, it wasn't bad. So a lot of it was like that. It was intense.
Well, thanks so much for being with us. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hi, Benicio. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, you've worked on this film since its origins, from the very beginning. Why Che? Why does this character speak to you so strongly?
Maybe my last name. You know, maybe my last name, maybe my roots. I don't know. Also, it's an important. I think it's an important piece of history that we treat it with, white gloves and studied it and worked hard on it to try to be as truthful as we could based on the work we did of investigation.
So you just wanted to show people what your role model looks like, perhaps?
Yeah, well, not what he looks like, but more what he stood for, and what he did, and maybe get to know him, because there's documentaries, great documentaries, but maybe you can get, in a movie you got to get dramatic and you got to go in and get to know him a little bit. So,
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.